Okay, so let's kind of continue down this VV path a little further. So, what kind of collectibles, digital collectibles, are available on VV? We have like statues, comics, anything else we're leaving out?
Yeah, I mean, statue comic is mainly what Phoebe's all about to start with the premium. There's major pillars that we look into. Number one is we celebrate young new artist talents. That's a very key part of the evergreen for all these beautiful content you see coming out. It's very important that we celebrate the young and up and coming. So we have a partnership with DesignerCon. The guys at DesignerCon works with a range of talents, independent artists who make designer toys who I love. Going from like Jermaine Rogers, Ron English, you got Frank Kozak. Some of these names will be going back, and you probably see some of their blind box in your local comic stores. And that's how I really got started selling these blind boxes. And once you open one, you get addicted to it. So Phoebe has a whole section about artists and emerging artists coming on. And obviously there's all these movie pop culture brands from Marvel, you got DC, Batman statues, even Back to the Future, Time Machine, the DeLorean. We recently released a flying one that you can AR around your surrounding, press the control button, and really steer the vehicle to be flying. And then we move to other sections where we have Artist Alley, and you could be buying one-of-one artworks from your favorite comic artists. We had Peach Momoko was on our thing, and there every single week there's a new artist being featured as a one-of-one auction. And a major part, like you had mentioned, Ellie, is the comic. And the beauty about the comic is that you get to experience that blind box drop effect. You don't know what you get in them. It's a $6.99 a cover price. You're able to read it, so you're not just buying a cover artwork. You actually do get to experience the whole reading of that comic issue, and you can use the augmented reality function and blow up the comic to like 1-to-1 size and reading it there like it was a newspaper. Right. And that's what we really about. We really want to bring, that physical and digital experience to the audience as real as we can.
So let me talk to the newer people for a second. So basically, let me give you some examples. So, like David was saying, they have licensed Marvel digital comics available on Vivi. They come out, and you can buy them at cover price when they drop. Like, you have to basically time it right, get one of these limited edition NFTs, and then if you get this digital comic, you can actually, inside the app, you can open it up, place it on your table in your room or on your desk, and actually scroll through it and read it and look at the pages. It's pretty incredible. And that's over and above just the collectability. They're limited. There's not many of them. And then there's different editions, like limited variants. So if you get one on the drop, you're randomly placed to you might get one of the really limited ones, or you might get the common. And now there's options too. There's a secondary market on the app as well. There's a marketplace for them as well. So some examples I have like the first Walt Disney NFT, the partner statue on Vivi. That's there. There's you guys just dropped Amazing Fantasy 15, the comic, right? The digital comic. That's on Vivi.
Yeah. And you get a special variant cover as well. So it goes from common. You could be pulling out one of the original common covers. In general, we make the most noticeable, desirable, collectible as the common. Then you go to the uncommon covers. We have a rare section, ultra rare, and a secret rare. And yeah, like you say, Ali, the beauty about the app is that, like any collector, sometimes when you purchase something, you want to go check out what the value of the collection is and collectible is. We have that within the app. So yeah, that's one of the major benefit having the Vivi app download.
Yeah. You can buy VV digital collectibles on the app. You can also sell them on the app. So definitely check out the VV app, you guys. It's just getting started. It's really just an exciting digital world, just continuing to open up and progress. So digital collectibles, David. We know you're a physical collectible collector. What inspires you to go out and create Vivi? Like, how do you even come up with an idea like that?
Well, yeah, a couple things. Number one is we start to see a huge trend of the new generation audience that coming on board that um, they are so used to buying digital skins and they're playing, you know, Counter-Strike, Fortnite, they're buying all these, even Roblox. So the new generation, they really understand the tangible asset of the digital. And you know, I start to think, you know, wouldn't it be a wonderful idea if we start partnering up with all the licensed brands that we have, or I know have, and start making a, you know, collectible line that is in digital, and the more I thought about it, it got me more into it because I'll show you around my the little space that I have here. I got few warehouses as one of the office gallery. I'll walk you guys around, and you'll understand. I'm actually running our room, so
He's not kidding,
uh,
you guys. I got a sneak peek. He's not. You got your minds are going to be blown shortly.
so yeah, we're gonna walk around. If I can get through all the boxes, you know, and and I'll go through why we do it because it's a beautiful thing when you passionate and collect things, and most important, why we want to do it is we want you to able to carry everything in your palm, and you know at any one time, if you want to show someone that collection you have, you can bring out your phone, or and you can use the augmented reality function that we have and bring out the Spider-Man or bring out the Batman Todd, and take a selfie, take a photo, and really share it. And that was one of the reasons. And the other major thing, the more when we developed this app and what we wanted to add a huge element into is that social aspect. You know, there's a different app for different type of use. There's Twitter, there's LinkedIn, there's Facebook, there's Instagram where we on, and we never, you know, every year I attend about 4 or 5 comic conventions, including my own business. Attend them. We have stores, and that one weekend, everyone come dress up as their superhero or cosplay. And Monday morning they go back to work as dentists or lawyers. You don't know what they do because they not undercover. And I just thought, wouldn't it be cool to talk about these heroes, to be part of it, to bring it alive? And that AI aspect of our app really enhances that experience, and people can start sharing it. And this is how I got connected with you because I never knew certain people that love Iron Man or Superman or share the same interest, but because they post a photo on it and you see them having it, you go, well, where did you get it? Oh man, I'm a huge fan as well of, you know, the Marvel universe or so on. And then to start, it creates a communication, a
Yeah.
way for people like-minded get together, and you know, and that's pretty much similar to how retail, comic, and game store works. If you check out any of my game retail shop, in the back of the store, there's always these card tables, and chairs where people just come around on Friday night or on the weekend. They play, open up a couple pack of Magic card or Pokemon card, and they can start dueling or battling. And 30 minutes later, a stranger that you never met before, have a couple games with you, you become a good friend. And similar to like in comic shop on Wednesdays, if you go on Wednesday night, you pick up your latest fresh copy comic. You get to meet other people like minded, and you know, and you make friends for life through hobby collecting.
Yeah.
And that's what this app is all about. It's about sharing and be part of that community. Um, and yeah, and we just want to make collectible fun and easy, accessible for everyone.
Yeah, no, it's a thing. I mean, like for example, that looks like an AF-15 behind me. That's not my real AF-15 because I'm kind of close to a window, so I have to worry about it. And so with your digital collectibles, not only do you have the scarcity component for value purposes and otherwise, but you can also take them anywhere. You could read them anywhere. You don't have to worry about them getting damaged, stuff like that. And then there's this social element you're talking about where if you get one of these statues, you turn on the augmented reality and place it in your room or in the corner on your ceiling. You could see like, Gwen Stacy or Spider Gwen kind of hanging out in the corner of your room and then take like, selfies, all that social stuff people love. So there's a lot of utility there just on the social level on top of all this. So
Mm,
really
mm.
cool. Um, so let me ask you. So what are some? Yeah, I mean, those are so some similarities. Let's bring those worlds together a bit. So similarities between digital and physical. There's the scarcity component. There's these shared IPs. It's the same characters we love, same comics, just different format. Any other similarities you can think of, David, between digital and physical?
Yeah. So a major part of what we're trying to do, and part of the process is that our app is not just really a singular type of IP that sits on, just like you collecting. I mean, most kids who grew up, Spider-Man plays with Superman. When you have action figures, He-Man will battle the GI Joe you have. And that's the beauty about what we're doing in this space is that all these collectibles, all these digitals, they live together. So you can really see Star Wars content on a Star Trek content. You don't really have to be favoring one thing. And that was one of the element was a key part what Phoebe tried to do and that we have achieved is that you can think of all the nostalgia brands that you love or read or grew up with. They're gonna live in one app, and that was something that was never actually been created before. So when we launched it, it was very hard to convince. As you know, when you log in a normal app and you want to play the Marvel superhero game, it's what it's called. It's called Marvel Superhero. If you're in the Star Wars game, you're going to be playing a Star Wars game. But Phoebe is really about collecting. And we try to add all those elements in. And something really exciting coming up is all these what we call digital or digital clone, where you buying a physical copy of something, a toy or a book or whatever. You're going to get a digital component of it. It could be an artwork, it could be a collectible statue that comes along with it. And that's really just enhancing and adding a new layer to your collections. Um, and, 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 and similar to physical world, uh, very interesting is that all these superhero or characters that you once know of or um, vehicles or artists that when they start bringing in their digital work into it, we call it the first appearance in digital. So we have a section in the app where we label um, the collectibles like FA first appearance. So you basically still can go in the marketplace and buy one of the first appearance of Spider-Man ever live in digital in 3D. Um, and similar to you have the first appearance of Spider-Man behind you in a AF-15, so on. So that's the element that we're trying to bring in as well. And you will know, Ali, in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, where we were not even born. And you have to think these comic book and collectibles, some of them have been living through wars and people moving their childhood memory. And, some of them's coming up anniversary of 60, 70, 80 years of collectibles. And we almost like any collectors who go for these golden age, even silver age. And if you're born in the 2000s, these are things that's been decades and decades out there. And owning a piece of history is very amazing. And that's what really collecting is all about. I mean, even with living artists now, and you never really cherish these living artists until they're no longer there. And some people lived through that great era where they had Picasso's around, Monet, and they experienced all that. Andy Warhol, Keith Haring, the living artists that I can talk about are people who we now know through Instagram. They're doing great work, and just way to celebrate and collect their work.
Yeah, no, I mean it's incredible. So there are definite advantages to digital collecting, you guys. I mean, we've already covered some of them. David saying, these are official licensed digital collectibles. You can bring them together. You're not like, DCs aren't stuck with DCs. Marvel isn't stuck with Marvel. There's actually like a showroom on the app where you can display, and then you can put them around your own house and enjoy them in augmented reality as well. So I mean, there's a lot to be excited about here. Currently, so there's comics, the statues, and then there's just some digital art pieces as well, right? So that's kind of where we're at currently. There's a lot of questions in chat. Maybe we can share some of those. But before we get to that, David, we need to see some of your physicals, but also,
okay.
I mean, you want to show them some physicals, and then we'll talk about what's next for Vivi.
Yeah, so I put on my glove because I'm going to show you some of the Frank Miller
pieces. Boy.
Yeah, I was so lucky to meet him in person. So I hope your audience can see it. They've been still wrapped up in here. I mean, look at that.
So Frank Miller original art.
Yeah. And these are the super big size one as well. They're not just your normal green screen. So that's one there.
Hey, if you guys had original Frank Miller art, you would be putting on the gloves also, you guys.
Yeah, that's the Wolverine. Look at that.
Yeah, if you guys aren't feeling the gloves, then you probably are waiting for these to come to Vivi.
I mean, I'm not sure if you remember one of the Frank Miller, the Batman cover went for what, 2.4 or $4 million? I can't remember in the auction.
Crazy world. So, original art goes for crazy numbers, you guys.
Yeah, and I got a few published ones which it's been locked up. So here's inspire his study of how Elektra looks like. Before he went ahead and did that. And I got a beautiful...
Oh, yeah, you remember when he was talking about his little room or whatever? There's multiple layers and shelves to the room. They're seeing that now, David. Yeah. They could see in the background how much you have there.
Yeah, these are all artworks.
It goes up. Yeah. It goes up. Look up.
And we'll walk around. Yeah. Cool.
And this is just one of his spots.
Yeah, I love beer bricks, and here's some more. These are some of my Star Wars collections artwork over here. They're all in canvas. That's some of my Ron English toys, collectibles, the CDs, and I think these just arrived. Some of the Star Wars artwork that just arrived, and we're quite lucky that the artists, did some group there. These are all original works.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
You name it, you guys. I told you guys, he's a heck of a physical collector. He has the gloves.
Yeah, and the problem is I tried to collect 3 of everything, so there's just boxes and boxes of beer bricks.
Sealed cases.
Yeah, cases of trading cards, Magic, my original Pokemon, my Yu-Gi-Oh. Some of them has to be in a temperature control room. Oh man, I love beer bricks. So these are some of my collection. These are my artist ones. So you got the Basquiat's over here, and then you got your Andy Warhol collections and some Keith Haring. Some of my grill beer bricks are down here. I got the Louis Vuitton down there. I got the um, all these Keith Haring one in the back, and Rolling Stone, one of the first ever beer bricks that they brought out. I got the Nike SP. I got the Suriyama. Yeah, I got a couple of the Bank CPs. Once again, these are some more stuff. Just trying to walk through a huge course collector. Most of my course stuff is not even here. Here's my Suriyama. There's a dinosaur. There's a shark.
So you guys might be seeing some pieces. You might be seeing some pieces that are already on VeVe, or you might get some insight into what might be trying to get on VeVe.
Oh man, I'm so looking forward to meet Steve Harrington at DCOM. One of my favorite artists. Just love the color. Gary Baseman. Here's a couple more Ron stuff. Takeshi Murakami up there. And you know so the collection goes on forever, and these are just more of my artworks. You know, some of them is not framed up, some of them are framed, and obviously I loan out artwork as well. So you know, got to share them around. But I'm gonna show you a couple more comics that.
Share some comics, guys.
Yeah, I had to buy some. It was beauty. What did I get? I think I was telling you the other day about. Sorry, I'm just gonna put the camera up better. I was telling you, I think the other day about these covers I bought of the Batman. That was a special misprint variant. I think they're down here. I'll see if I can find a few. And I think I told you I got given one of these. Look at this one. Fearless #3 cover. And then there's only 25 ever made.
Oh, wow. All right, so only 25 of those.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you pick that up at New York Comic Con? Was that at New York Comic Con?
No, that I was very, very lucky. I know another member in Marvel comic. He's a collector, and he gave me that as a gift. And I think I showed you these one. These are very fun covers. The first appearance of Spider-Man and Disney characters together. And this one you have basically Mickey bringing a cake to Spidey's home with a 6-year birthday on it. And then
6-year birthday cover there. That's cool.
And then you have a 100-year one where Spider-Man went over to Mickey's place and give him a 100-year cake. That was good.
That's awesome.
And this was another quite cool one, I thought. It was a celebration for Stan Lee cover that they give out. And I do believe that most people who got given that on that day was very, very humid and hot, and everyone who didn't click comic was basically using it like a fan. So there's only a few of those. I believe that will be in what I call the 9A status. I don't really grade all my comics because I do read them. But the other one that I was talking to you guys about the other day was I managed to grab couple copies of this cover. This meant to be one of the foils. So if you remember recently in Comic-Con they're bringing these foil covers out, and they did a misprint on it. So they didn't put the foil treatment on it. And then there's the other one. And I do believe there's only a couple hundred of these in existence.
So VeVe people will recognize this. So that is what he's showing you is an exclusive that's based off of Batman 423, which is a comic. But then VeVe people are really familiar with that artwork or that depiction of Batman because it's the Todd statue on VeVe. So he was just showing some variants that came out of that, some error variants.
Yeah. Oh, this one is Kale, original 1 of 1. That's the cover.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. And then I was managed to pick up a few of the VeVe special variant cover, original artwork. So this one was done by William. Yeah, those are cool.
Beautiful.
And then also this one here. It's beautiful, eh? Some of these covers.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh man, and I think the Todd one I was talking to you about, that the original published artwork went for like 2.4. I haven't got that, by the way. I got the cover of the comic though. So look at that. That's hot.
That is
9.8.
the
Yeah. Frank
Dark Knight
Miller
Rises. Is that what that is? Yep,
Yeah.
9.8. Yep, 9.8. Dark Knight Rises. Frank Miller classic there, signed.
And I did manage to pick up this too, from a Phoebe fan, San Diego. He will know. The Frank Miller Marvel Project #1. So Frank did the original ink and sketch on it, on the cover. And you guys will probably know Frank pretty much doesn't even do much these days. He only does one commission work a year now.
Yep.
That's another Batman one. That's a cool one. That's what he's known. I'm hoping one day we can bring the. I think we do have something coming out on the Batman Black and White, the Frank Miller. Well, I think we're working on it. So hopefully that, to celebrate Frank Miller, one of the most amazing artists out there.
Yeah. No, they're seeing the passion, and that's what I wanted to showcase. This is about, we partner with Vivi. You guys sponsor our event because, virtual comic convention, that's what's going on right now. What better bridge than a virtual comic convention to bring together digital and physical? And you're the perfect person for it, David, because I know that you're a huge physical collector, and you just happen to co-found Vivi, the digital, which is just leading the charge on the digital front. So that's great. So what's the future for Vivi? Go ahead.
Yeah, and just one of the thing, my co-founder, Dan, have known me for 25 years, and he knows I'm just crazy obsessed with collecting. But part of the journey of this business, I start introducing and explain to him, and he's become a huge collector himself now. Picking up just even little pieces. They're not even super expensive, but they're memorable pieces for him. Because Phoebe did, one of the digital. So he bought a Todd statue, for example. He has a Batman Black and White, this statue by Mike Mignola, and so on. So it does bring the two type of people who just really love digital, or very much they're not even into collecting. Once they pick up an app, it gets them started to something and discover that. But going back to your question, what we're doing and what have we got coming up, it's been absolutely a huge journey the past 18 months since we live. Maybe we're coming up to 2 years now. One of our major focus for this year has been really meeting our fans. During that COVID pandemic period, a lot of our marketing execution wasn't done, and we're doing it now. So number one is what we have coming is the DCon Anaheim, and this will be one of our finale big show to end our 2022. And what we have got coming up in that show, apart from amazing talent artists coming up to our booth, doing signing, autograph, the fan meetup. We have a demo day, which we will be doing demo of what these NFT could look like, apart from just buying them or speculating. We really believe in that utility value. So we really want to showcase what else you're going to be able to do. Right now, Ali, there's a showroom function. There's a vault within the Vivi app where users can place and take photo and make little videos or pictures and share around. What we really envision that is that what I always use the word is the afterlife of the NFT once you buy it. Well, what else can I do with it? So the demo day at Anaheim will give our users, our fans, some idea, some of the utility function as part of their collecting. Because I walked you guys around and you've seen some of the stuff that I have. I mean, I collect skateboards as well. I'm just going to show you guys how many skateboard decks I have. But I can never really display them everywhere because I just haven't got the room. But the beauty about the Phoebe in the digital is that, you know, we allow you to create these spaces where you can put things together. And right now I'm showing you guys through Instagram feed, this live thing. And what we wanted to do is you're allowed to show that showroom you have built to everyone else can be experimenting what you have collected through digital as well.
Yeah, no, it's so, yeah, and because there's some, like, I know you guys are going to show it, like, even, you're going to go down even further and kind of show more of the future, but there's some collectibles you could buy that are actually, like, basically digital remote control, right? Is there some of them that have that utility within the app that you can, like, remote control kind of controls?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about those?
So our vehicle series. So if you own one of the James Bond DB5 car, that the machine gun comes out from the front light and it plays what you do in the movie. There's the AR function once again. You scan the surrounding floor, you press the control section. The car basically reduced to a remote control size, and the joysticks pops out, and you can basically drive it and steer around like a game. We really believe that these are just digital toys. You're gonna have great fun, and the more you think about how you will play with your physical toys, we're gonna do that in digital. So people love car racing, and these cars, vehicles, you can remote control them with the AR function. And what else we're going to be doing coming up towards the end of this year? We got a few more brand announcements coming, and we will be showcasing some of our new partners that we have signed up to our fans at Anaheim, because we really understand that the physical aspect also brings people into the digital. It is very hard for some people to get their heads around, well, why I'm collecting physical comic, why I just want a digital copy of it. And the ultimate truth is, Ali, is that AF-15 original behind you, the population of that comic in existence is probably in about 3,000 to 4,000 copies that's been graded. And that's not a lot of copies going around. And some people want to read it. And the Phoebe app allows you to flick through them without jeopardizing the integrity of that comic cover. And to be very honest, AF-15 is one of my most favorite, and I think it's one of the crowd's most favorite comic out there. But I never have picked up a physical copy to read it in those original conditions. And people
you haven't busted out your original out of the slab to give it a read?
No, no. But I'm looking for. I tell you which comic I'm looking for to read of. And last time you showed me your turtle one, right?
Yeah.
I found this turtle one the other day in my collection. This was John, from Torpedo. He gave me this one actually.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a reprint of the original cover, button foil, signed by Kevin, and I think there's only 100 of them. I just see my.
Oh yeah, it's numbered. That's 89. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got given this one from John at Torpedo Comics. He was kind enough to spare me one of his exclusive. And other things I'm looking forward to read, especially eventually that comes on Phoebe, will be this one here.
Look at this. So that's a Marvel Grail. That one hasn't. That's the first Iron Man. That's Tales of Suspense 39, you guys. That's the first appearance of Iron Man. Hasn't got to Vivi quite yet. Now you started a frenzy in chat, David. Everybody wants turtles now on Vivi. That, just so you know, you started that.
and listen, turtles. I think the other day I showcased my turtle comic, and the adventure one is the one that I grew up with. And like you say, this one is like when you first picked up the black and white copy of these in the early days, people go, "Well, what is it?" But Kevin's been drawing these things all the way, way back before. It was a major blockbuster hit. And one of the beauty about the turtle is it's just so iconic. And there's just so many stuff you walk around Comic Con these days. You could not see a turtle product or a drawing or things being inspired by it. By the way, that's not confirmed coming on VV at all. I'm just showing her today.
yeah, you guys stop.
I laughed.
Yeah, I see you guys in the chat. Not confirmed, all right?
Not confirmed. I just love it. I just think it's one of those IP. It's just evergreen, how, and these guys who writes a story, and Ali, they couldn't give away their first copy of the Turtles to the shop for free. No one even wanted it. Yeah. I think how much are they going for now? You showed
I mean, so the 9.8, yeah. I mean, we 200K. That's the 200K. Some of them have sold for more than 9.8. The first print Turtles. That's crazy because, like you said, they were shopping that around when they made it. We had Kevin Eastman on. He was live with me, and we asked him, how come Shredder's, why does Shredder's first appearance is in the first issue, and also his death? How come you kill off a character like that? And they said, well, we weren't sure we were going to ever make even issue number 2. So we got it all out of our system.
Yeah. So, and these are things that we grew up with, right? So that's why we collect them. We didn't really buy them for the value of it. And you will see more and more. But, Sean the other day was telling me, he's collecting special VHS or video tapes that's been graded, that was submitted to the Oscar for your consideration type of thing. I mean, people collect all sorts of stuff out there.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, David, so time flies when you're having fun. I mean, there's so much to talk about. That's what's exciting, you guys. This conversation is just getting started. Digital and physical coming together, you guys. And our goal is to bring people together. I think that's something Elite Comics 11 and VV share, and they've proven it. I want to be really clear about this, David and VV. Thank you very much for supporting our virtual convention and Elite Comics 11. We're right there with you. I mean, I love the beauty of bringing these worlds together.
Yeah, before I go, I thought maybe we give one of your people online to win one of the 9.8 comics I have. So I was going through, this is an amazing one. Signed by Frank Chu, a 9.8. So you can win one of these or send it out to you in a couple weeks. So, Ali, I will let you work out how you want to give this away to your fans this week or this weekend. Okay. I mean, this is one of my own personal one. Once again, it's a Torpedo comic variant cover signed by Frank Chu. Amazing artwork.
You want to give it away to one of the fans right now? Do you have a question for them?
Okay. What would be a good question that you think will work? God, this is a beautiful girl.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. You want to? Maybe we can put it up on the page and do some sort of giveaway with it, or you want to just ask a question and give it to somebody live right now?
I'll let you do it. What's easiest for you?
Okay.
Ali? I think you can give it away this weekend. We'll send it out.
Okay.
A beautiful. God, this is a beauty.
Can you send me a nice picture of it, and we'll figure out a way to give it out to somebody who's enjoying AtCon. So on that point, check out AtCon. That's our virtual convention on Elite Comics 11. This is day 1. We wanted to start out strong, have David Yu on. It's just 5 days of live stream sales and guests on Elite Comics 11 on Instagram. So make sure you follow Elite Comics. It's Elite_Comics 11 on Instagram. Follow at VV_official. Go on the App Store, Google Store, wherever you can get Vivi, the Vivi app. You guys check it out. It's awesome. Even if you're not, you're still not sure if you want to get into it, just check out the app. There's a lot to do on there. It's really cool. Whether you're a physical or digital collector, there's a lot of value either way. Somebody was saying in chat, David, that they pick up their favorite physical books in digital form because, like we've been saying, you can read them worry-free. Like, you don't have to worry about them getting damaged or anything like that. So anyways, David, enough from me. Anything else you think we should cover? We're winding down now. We got some live sales to get to. Really appreciate you being on.
Thank you. Well, I think I hope you have a great weekend. And for the Fifi fans, I hope we'll see you in DCon Anaheim if you're living in the West Coast. And yeah, make sure you enter how we're ever going to draw out this 9.8 Detective Comic 10/27, and have a great week. This first day.
So they're saying we'll figure out a way to do that giveaway. We'll put it up on Elite. So you keep your eyes posted to Elite_Comics11. We'll figure out a way to give that away. But they're asking if you'll sign it. So maybe you'll consider signing the slab or the bag or something.
Yeah, I will only sign on the slab. I mean, I will not open that. That's a beautiful 9.8.
Yeah, for sure.
And Frank Chu just did a beautiful, the blue color. Just look at that. Look at that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's give it to hopefully one of the Fifi fam will win it.
All right. Sounds good, you guys. Well, I really appreciate it. Again, David, you guys, this is the CEO and co-founder of Vivi. Go check out the Vivi app. Follow Vivi_official, and then follow Elite Comics 11. It's there on the screen. We're going to continue with ACCON, a virtual comic convention. David, thank you so much. We'd love to have you back anytime, all right?
All right.
Thank you, David.
Well. Bye.
Take care. Bye.